Salibonani sesibuyele njalo podcast yabantu podcast yomhlaba ebukelwa ngedatha kuphela nxa ngomankwambe uzobukela 2 minutes usithola ungasaqhubekanga asiqondanga ukuthi silithuke hayi sikhuluma iqiniso namhlanje sengikhona sembuyile kade bebuza abantu umpofu laphana hey yo kanti useye ngapi
yo uJofu wahamba wabhala into ezinde ekhuluma next thing uJofu
akaseko podcast kwenzakalani
Jofi's podcast guys Jofi's podcast no Jofi no podcast
that's it
I understand into yakho
so iliyanto ukuthi kumele ihleli iphile la
yeah just accept it we uthi lokho bebela ukufisa licanda kungazafa kwayenzeka
nothi la kwezindawo
yeah maybe asimini kancane sibingelela njalo abantu bakithi kuzo zonke indawo lapha elikhona i-podcast yabantu ibuyile njalo ngesinye isiqephu esihle kakhulu njengoba namhlanje kuyilahla la
namhlanje ziyakhala
la igama ngemsimo Shaba siqoza sejwana sinesithi endleni isithembinkani uJofu ubuyile namhlanje ubelima walima kancane
wacha
uthe uhamba uJofu ekayizulu ehlela valeka
instead ukuthabe nguzane emvula ngovala imvula
hayi Jofuna inirivale izulu
hayi angazi mele lintandaze
ihlulekile but it's a subject that is
we need to one day come and
one day
sit on it
yeah I think sike sibuye lama pastors
abantu
understand the scene yeah no because I think something's wrong with our land
there is something wrong
because the level of our droughts akithi are extreme kushoda kwamanzi isomiso sakhona uNkulunkulu asisinciche madoda lento zamahala izulu
without really going deep into it
yeah
thina iproblem yethu asibambana umthandazo omkhulu odlula yonke ukuthi singabambana la nxa wethu siyenjelelo rosiyothandaza sibambene uNkulunkulu uzalinethi izizulu but i topic for another day namhlanje siliphathele
inhliziyo ezimbi abantu bakithi banenhliziyo ezimbi
okay
no asizakhuluma yimini but abantu bakithi inhliziyo zethu
azivuza igazi
so uNkulunkulu angeke abusise
inhliziyo
ezinjalo so remember izulu lisibusiso that's why ivela kubo Buddha bayathi gods of rain what labadala bethu babecela izulu
understand leyo ibambe khona apha ngoba we are very passionate about it singagcina sesingasayenzanga yanamhlanje kodwa endaba yezulu siyobuya mfowethu sobona
hayi lijana bafethu mina ngimnandi kakhulu
siyaphila
umbuyelele kabi Jofi
hayi
umele uthi nansi le ndaba
Ungayithi
ezekuzolo
Ungayithi but this is the person behind Ungayithi fans but sizothazi azethule ngoba thina maybe sesingagcina selibhutsha kade kule gama esindizo something but uzozethula thina simazi engu Jaycee Rapaddict
exactly alright hayi bafethu koGodlwayo ngomhlabayithwale mafuza fulele omalobola luphakathi abantu yithi hayi mina bafethu uJaycee abangaziyo elomculo igama lokuzalwa ngosindiso moyo mphuma khona eFilabusi yeah ngenza kezomculo ama versatile artisting ngenza emculo nje chini yeah versatile senza
uproducer echa izandla uphakamisa iGodlwayo wajabula kakhulu
kunjalo kufuna
but uzwile ukuthi umuntu lo ngakoGodlwayo mina ngizwe ngesikhiwa kuthiwa versatile
yeah versatile kuthiwa omahlinza ini yibo mahlinza
ngolekhuzeni ngozipho
exactly
yibone
koMahlabayithwale omalobola luphakathi
mafuza fulele malithi lina omalobola luphakathi
kutshone
into angizibuza ngeza ukukhuluma uma ngakuzwisisi
hayi lapho kusho ukuthi silobola sesiqedile
Asiqalela ngene
ayuvuna ungakalimi
okay
uzuvuna
apha anti libo li disclaimer laba
abantu bakoGodlwayo
anoGodlwayo basenzele kuyi
kulento engithandile laphana uthe wena you are a versatile artist umbuzo vela kade sizokubuza wona ukuthi ibizo lithi Rapaddict exactly but sikubona ungumuntu owenza lezinye zingazwakali zi-rap
different genres yeah
alright yabona hip hop vele it's like isuka from poetry yabo so my isuka from poetry even Ungayithi it's rap
yeah
it's a hip hop song what I did was change the beat
so the BPM is faster
ukhuphula tempo kuphela
yeah ngayisha as a hip hop song ngabona ukuthi hayi man labantu bafuna ukugida yabona
yeah awuthi sibajayivisa
the tempo of my lyrics are still the same. The difference is beat to play. The house beat.
So into ichoyo ingenza nginanzelela ukuthi uthi ngumuntu okudala ngoba usuyi-understand ingoma le usuyichazisa i-understand ngendlela kade singa-understanding ngakhona. Sengifuna ukwazi ukuthi umculo uqala nini ufika nini into yanini le uthi hayi manje ngiyaqala lento.
Umculo waqala 2004-5 ukushona kamama ne.
Okay.
At the time bengihlala ne-stepmother yabo. So mangihlala ne-stepmother ngiyabona ukuthi man hayi lempilo le tough yabo because i-time awuna access le time lapho yabo. Angina access nabantwana basekhaya because basekhaya yabo. Ngine time lami nabo sisi abo stepmother yabo.
Ubuhlala kuphi leso sikhathi?
Pitori.
Pitori.
Yeah.
Oyinto yenzeke inese.
Exactly bese ngibuye ngathatha imali ye school fees istory city.
Lezi manje sesifuna lezo manje yisesiqala ngazo.
All right. Okay, ihamba kanje yemculo ne. Ngusindiso ngisekhaya angazi next ngezomculo. Ngithanda ibhola, ngithanda ukugijima, yabo.
Ubudlala ibhola?
Ngisemcity, yabo.
Okay.
Kumnandi, yabo. Then ithema le this side, yabo. So umasalo sekhaya, yabo. Then mangisekhaya umasalo eqala ukugula akasezwa kahle, yabo. And then mangezwa kahle umama izinto ziyachinja, yabo. Mazichinja angithi uyazi into life yakudala obaba bebethumeza. Then we have certain relatives, yabo, abahola on your behalf, yabo. So asifiki lezo zinto kimi, yabo. Ay le life ngiyibona ukuthi le life inzima, yabo, because wena uzohamba ku auntie akunikeze athi thatha nayi icathulo zika cousin wakho, yabo. Nawe usujabule, yabo. Only to find out ukuthi cousin ugqoke ezakho ezintsha, yabo. So now
wena as a family job
yabona this thing la ikhulumayo
family
le asinga le ungayithivule
so wona lapho phezulu ndala
ama families amaningi for generations to come will be broken
too much
because of these things
because
akukho kuncane ngiyamthenga all star nge 1.2
too much
alithumela umntwana
exactly
nxa ngifika ngithola umntwana akakaza libone all star
exactly.
I 1.2 leyana ucabanga ukuthi ngizoyiyekela ukuyikhalela
exactly. And we are always let down by families. I think in most cases the painful part is these are the people that we trust. You understand? So you'll be knowing what okay, I mean I say working. The only people that I can trust upkeep
yabantwana ifamily.
It's my sister. It's family. It's my family. Especially your blood. You understand? Yeah. And then you have the same person now letting you down. Abanye abantu bathumela izimali emakhaya. Ngicela umbhekele uphilita. Unyakhele
ngiyakhe ngezamende ezingu-90 uthi kanjani
ashuthi indla next door
because of thank you the cost of it. Do you know the people in the diaspora
it's not easy bro
i-cost yakho nabe yi-triple too much what adomela kubhadala exactly laba bagcina abantwana emakhaya kuhlala lo problems kufuneka lokho esikole kungekho lokho bakona esikole
umntwana
uxoshiwe esikole kungasiqiniso
le madoda le mina vele yani
you know sometimes
lithe mkhulu ngithe ngithi ngiyakhatha wathi khulu
hayi iyantrigger qhubeka wena ngiyapho
this is what happens angithi ngisekhaya yabo yonke into ihamba kahle mfethu ngifunda grade yabo and that time it was 2002 yabo ngisemcity and then sengitransfer for to secondary eNtumbane yabo so manje eNtumbane that's where this lifestyle starts because manje I'm close to my aunt yabo sengiclose naye angibekisemakhaya Filabusi so manje sengiclose naye so mangiclose naye this is where these things reveal itself like okay sharp because angithi kuyathoba ubuthumezile hamba
yes yeah
then mawufika plus I didn't look too much into it. You are still young.
Yeah.
You don't look too much into things. You be like, that's still at that time, you know, we're disciplined, bro. You wouldn't ask if it
you wouldn't dare.
So, but again, as in, Nah, man, school fees September. I think I don't know how long was that my leave. I don't even know why bank niggas. But because of I ain't so many beer in your coca is called. So I don't know. I've never received any money Sunday school fees. Time I didn't get a John Creek. I want John Creek. Will tenga corn. But me so my tennis up man. And sometimes I would even I'm now on my tennis. It's called normal. But you know, every time I know buying this and that, and then you know, aunties are their feet are those things. But then using Ghana's stuff, which is fine because it's doing something who put work. So I'm like, no. That time I'm a venture. So I'm a venture. So it's I'm viable. 30 number kuphela ngitshontshe number kababa to right nasi number kababa
so emqondo ngakho sitshela ukuthi I'm living this life ngiyegoli ngiyakubaba okay yabo ngifuna ukuthi ngizamthola phi angazi
vele ngisitshela ukuthi ngagibela ibhasi i1 or venture whatever ngiyofika
ule passport at the time
mfethu ungayithi vule into yakho la mfethu ufuna ukuthi
at the time.
I sitting now.
At the time.
I sitting now. Okay, I sharp sikon. Yeah. All right, sharp.
I might sikon. No,
yeah. It doesn't erase the struggle.
Yeah. Yeah. What? So, if it le mali ngiphethe ayifiki egoli. Iphelele preach.
Shuthi researcher wenza akuhambanga kahle.
Intwana mfethu I'm only 13 years.
Akuhambanga kahle.
I'm only 13 years. So, 13 years. How do I know how much?
You don't know.
I mean, if my journey, we are Kwanda or Plawa, those are my journeys. I don't know equally. I don't know if there's Chopek, there's what I
when was it gold?
I
don't care.
So, imali petting it in
that
time, I'm thinking, boxes a man to us like green man. Don't feel the epic.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I think I'm putting it up on so for me, I think that was a blessing in disguise, because all it young boys oh so humble by it. I humble. I'm going to test a humble song because oh, mama, being a voom and calm. So that time bokusebenza incwadi before so umama obengeka linda incwadi esuke
ukuthi is authorization
so ngiyamtshela uyangithanda uyazi mntana manje no crane nami ngiyabona situation ukuthi no let me relieve my mother man angabe ne stress too much it's time for my father to take what ngisitshela ukuthi time alinakekeli enough kanti time is doing everything
he's trying his best yeah
that's how I came this side yabo ngaphelele pet bridge it it took me 3 months so you can understand.
Whoa. 3 months.
So you can understand the struggle in between.
So take us through.
You're a bed. Moyo.
Hey, come now,
yeah, no. You know.
3 months.
One track. So you get to. You
yes,
you ungakwazi umuntu mayeze
this is what happens. I mean paid preach yeah ngisele nenyuku ebekuthenga isinkwa namanzi paid that time bekungena all those things was bona
yeah of course yeah
paid amanzi beyathengwa lapha and you wouldn't survive
endabe ngamanzi abawakhe
uyayibona
la isikuphi sakho uyabona is reused
so mangifika lapha mfethu le nyuku iphelela lapha so I'm thinking I'm a light now. I go in your bone. I'm thinking he goes.
So when you miss now, hey, but do you know what I'm saying? Abasakazi, very so I go South Africa.
Yeah, no.
I go
my first time. No. Getting to South Africa. That other side, Subunamala is Lawana. Usubuni Messina.
Yeah.
You think what? This is the place.
We never understood.
Because obviously, it's better than where you're coming from. So we're thinking, look, I've arrived.
Same fee.
Yeah. So at that time, I'm like, oh, I sing la, and then way too from now. Because sing Pinella, Mangitin Kulman Alaba venture, walked in to Ipman. Hey, it's time I'm so cool. I was buying the story.
You are 13, so mind very.
I'm young, but I think God, in fact, we are one of God. That is why most of my songs, if you listen to most of my songs, I involve God because the things he did, sometimes take a move and like,
it's strange.
It's very strange. So I'm there and I'm like, so man, this other guy was like, in fact, we have. You know the story I had to create because Abasakazi
of course.
It's a Hotman colleague man. Lindele oleti la liabu ya mash. Diti vaile somewhere so and Shama around. Abasakazi balala apele garage and that's where I'm gonna crash now for the night. So for that light which means sharp, So that's how we're about to cut the story short, I had to waiting in as a means in Jabo. Passport yami.
So no. Don't run
too far, all right.
Yeah, you sleep at the garage.
Yeah, I slept at the garage. I'm a box in before like I'm a box, but since I'm a box a lot. Lay out labor anything in Balega. Yabuya game at
Now before you continue. Now when you are sleeping in a box in a garage, ngalelo lang, are you thinking or when you are seeing a plan of getting to Ubaba even tomorrow?
With me, I think every day of my life, I have too much faith. I don't know where I get it, but I have too much faith. As is the man is born as family. So at that time I'm young. I'm not even thinking of going back. And I'm not even calling anyone to tell them I'm stuck. I'm not even going to my person and say, I'm there to pump it in your car.
Determination, shoot.
You get it? I'm like saying, I'm going there.
Yeah.
So layout it again. So in fact, I'm telling him in a hot man. Layout it was one language. I think this is what happens even in a man. But if you get there, you realize what about Tabas, of course.
Yeah, it's lap very.
So layout it must be better. Layout it young players. I need to nento zami kwalile phela. Yangiphelekezela.
No get it. Yeah. Yangiphelekezela is in my office.
You to the experience. Bra. I know abantu ba enjoy this days, Lento uthi at that time bengeke uthi uyahamba.
Really?
No, vele the years that you're talking about.
You couldn't.
It was not possible for you to have.
Alapana zazibuya laba.
You know what we did? Suke ngo 3 ne. It was 3 p.m. Masuka e garage lesi e Beach. We walked until maybe 1 a.m. only to get to total garage. Yeah. Wait, I'm not saying I'm not sure about Messi. Yeah. I'm saying we walked from 3 p.m. Until 1 a.m. only to make it to total garage.
What?
So you can understand.
I'm sure Babela say
No, I think we took the long. I think that
the
time it was
route.
difficult.
Yeah.
No,
it was hard.
Because
I think it was during those.
But we're talking about the built up
Jaycee,
the route of saying, I think my life can be there.
Yeah.
I think I can make it.
The vision is clear.
The vision is clear. I need to make it there. You understand?
Yeah.
You're 13 years old with someone you don't know.
Exactly.
Stranger.
Yeah.
This days
I had no. This is what I want to achieve.
At that time, I was not even scared. Do you know these days I'm scared?
Yeah, so cool. You conscious. Kulezinto usuziboni.
Conscious.
Lapana
calculate the risk.
At that time, I was like.
Yabona ifaith yakele nyayazi elane ukuthi vele kuyafanana. Asambeni. Awulanda.
Yabona that one I should tell you how difficult it was where I was coming from at that age.
Yeah, for you to think ukuthi usuku uhambe. There's something that was difficult behind.
If I was 13 and I was moving out of Indlu, it was a beautiful house, just a comfortable house. Abantu ababesibona from a distance bebehawukela ukuba yithi yabo, like wow, I should be, because mfethu Indlu very smart, like sihlala kahle, mawusibona sigqokile sesikole yabo, you be like everything grand. But I knew,
but they didn't know what you knew,
what I was going through at the time, at that early age. These are the things.
Did you also involve physical abuse or all that?
That's what I'm going to call on your corner. Why did I when did I start doing music?
Yeah.
So I'm giving you the reason, that made me talk to the paper instead of a human being.
So music is therapy to you.
Yeah.
Exactly. To me, you know, do you know I can travel from here to Zimbabwe and perform and come back without gaining anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's purpose.
And someone will be like,
purpose.
Why?
It's purpose.
Why? If it was me, do you know? I was like, give me.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Every time someone says, I hate your song, I still want to send them the songs that I want them to actually listen to.
Not the one I usually.
You get it? Ungayithi is a nice song. I love
course,
it. So that people can dance. It's fine.
But it's not your favorite.
But I
There
just
are
wanted
songs
people
that
to
are better.
listen to me. So that I can tell the story. It's core, which is deeper than what they see and what they listen to. And start thinking, now Jaycee,
Exactly, yeah.
I want to be like that guy.
Yeah.
You
Not
don't want to.
understanding the story.
You don't want to go through.
Abantu abaningi bahlala beku touch line.
Yeah, my terraces.
Terraces or
Yeah.
babona abantu sebeku finish line or
Yes.
ngathi sokumnandi.
Exactly.
They don't want to put on
They
the
start
work
putting on their
or understand
opinions.
ukuthi, okay, here he is today.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you sing like that? Why do you sound like that? What influence your writing? Yeah.
Why are you trying so hard?
Exactly.
So, okay, I made it to Messina, I stayed there, Messina. Mongera nje Messina kune sport, kune this other building on the right, nje bayenza moto and stuff like that. I stayed there for almost 3 months, as I was telling you. I was cooking for those guys. I was 13 years, and my job was just to cook for them so that I can sleep there.
Exactly.
For accommodation, because lo muntu ebekangikhaphile, you know, the guy iyongifethu ngishiye lapho, because remember le number ngitshontshile endlini akusiyo sipana.
Oh shit.
Yabona, le number ngitshontshe ayithi, remember angitshela uma wasengihamba ubezonginikeza inumber right.
Yeah.
So mina, because I stole inumber kababa, I
Kanti
chose
uthethe wrong.
it's the old number ayingeni. So I'm stuck. We were funny. There was no Facebook. There was nothing.
Yeah. Kuna social network at the time.
There's no way.
But you know what? I was not asking to go back home. I still at home.
Yeah, no, when I live.
At that time, I'm like, ngizofika.
3 months.
Ngiyakhona.
And already abazali sebe worried ngaleso sikhathi.
You know, because I
Because
told
they
my
can't
mama
look at
ukuthi,
you.
Mama, after 3 days ngizosendela incwadi, you know. Rest in
Just
peace to my
confirm
mother.
ukuthi, yeah.
At that time bekasaphila. So I had promised ukuthi, "Hey, mangifika la mama ngizokufakela incwadi." You know, like I will.
Ah, man. I understand. So, it is, sometimes when we say we are coming here to share our stories, we're coming here to be who we are, we mean things like this because this is real. This is something you have never even imagined. You know Jaycee, you know the songs, you know everything he does, but we are giving you an opportunity to listen to his life story because
Mama is proud.
you know
Yeah.
he has been telling the story through music,
Yeah.
but he is coming here today to marry the two, music and the real story itself. Like if you're listening to his journey, man, it's not easy for a man to be as expressive as he is.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have his episode a week ago, and ngokwazi izinto zikamoya lonkulunkulu ukuthi it might be that maybe if he came here last week, he was not going to give us what he's giving us today.
Yeah.
He's being vulnerable, and vulnerability is the strength. This is how strong he is. If you can't do this, you're weak.
No, you're weak.
If you can't express who you are, you're weak.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that end up killing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which gender. Because when you get to that extent, it's because you're weak.
Yeah.
You can't express who you are. You can't express how you feel. He probably has never cried for Mama since the passing on. This is
And he's
an
always
opportunity.
said, no, let me be strong.
Yeah.
I need to be strong.
And then you harbor
But
the pain.
It's okay to
Yeah.
to cry sometimes.
Yeah.
Express those feelings. We understand. Yeah. we miss our mothers time and again.
Oh, bruh.
But ngihlala ngithi mina ngiziduduza ukuthi we gained angels.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, we gained angels, and I believe ukuthi laba bakhona
They're proud.
of us. Because we have tried our best. Ukuthi lezi amfundiso zazikhona.
Yeah, man.
Lapha ngabe bekhona are they happy with who we become?
You understand?
Sebezingilosi zethu thina
And-
emhlabeni.
And you don't cry because you lost them.
No.
You cry because you remember the memories you have with them.
The reason,
They-
yabo.
Exactly.
They don't need to be
purpose,
clean and beautiful, the memories.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they gave birth to you
Yeah.
and they were with you
Yeah.
at that time.
Exactly.
You appreciate that.
Exactly.
You were still saying.
No, I was just saying, at that time, I had promised. I promised my mother a lot of things, bro. And it's so painful that you grow and you realize you can't do any of those things for them. Like the reason why I had to come all the way. I'm trying to.
But for me, yeah, it's okay. Take your time. Take your time. Because for me,
I want to ask something. Can I have some?
I've got soda water lapha. Yeah. Khatha kancane. Yeah. Let's see. Soda water move la. Behind the screen. Or there it is. Ikhona lokhuze lapha lapha. Bruh, take your time. Take your time. This is one of those where you had to realize who you are in a space that you are not familiar to. Because if you're around people that you're familiar to, you can't open up. You can't really express who you are. But if you're in an unfamiliar territory, you are with people that are not going to judge you.
We're proud of you, but
Yes.
you remember me here if
Bruh,
it meant nothing.
there is
to
a
us.
reason.
Yeah, ngaba ukho vela.
There is a
But
reason.
Because umsindo uyazwakala phandle. I-strength yakho sesisidinga manje ukuthi
Yeah.
and that kid that is today there's that 13-year-old
Yeah.
today
who
wish
is facing that.
ukuthi ngabe
Bruh.
ngiyacula.
Yeah.
I want to be an artist.
Yeah.
Or who do I take my strength from?
Yeah.
That person
Is going
who's
to
watch
understand
this episode is
why
going
they are
to-
doing what they are
who's
doing.
remain in that hope ukuthi
Yeah.
there is my brother.
Yeah.
You understand that I look upon. Like I had the same hardships.
Yeah.
Yeah, but today look at you.
Yeah.
Not that you have rubbed shoulders with the best of the best
this
in the
guy.
industry. You vele usungeke uzibona wena. But
we see, bruh.
You
We might not tell you, but we
yeah, come on. You understand?
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
you ne? Sure.
see. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
No. You don't apologize for this.
All right. You
This
tell
is-
me, Masuksha.
It's a beautiful moment, bruh. Kube.
All right. Okay, Bengsasho. Oh, thanks, bro. Thanks for the water.
Mm.
Guys, it's very difficult because most of the time, as Masangama artists, we are forced to always smile, yabo, and give your best.
Make
yabo.
people happy, but are you happy
We're
yourself?
trying too hard, yabo, nokuthi abantu babe happy, because nobody wants to listen to your sad stories,
Yeah.
So all the time, kumele ukuthi uhlale strong, yabo.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you understand, pretend. I think my whole life since 2003 or 4, I had to just be a man at an early age, yabo. And I had to grow knowing that you can't cry.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm in a foreign land. Yabon. I remember the words that my stepmother used to say most of the time. She'd be like, "Humble vuzu mama kamatune,"
Bruh, the irony of that.
Yeah.
Ew, bruh.
Yeah.
I think maybe I once received that.
Ngathi it's a pattern.
Yeah.
Into oyithola yonke
Yeah,
indawo.
I once received that statement. Look, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
So it kept on.
Yeah, bro.
Liyabuya, you get triggered,
Liyabuya,
it comes
understand?
back.
Oh,
Lama flashbacks.
uyakufela izo zikababa, you understand? Ukuthi kumaba akusazwana ngayo.
Yeah.
Yeah, ngatshela ukuthi why wathi ubona mama wakho sefile wangamvusi. You understand? So I was young, but that's
Kwahlala,
clear,
yeah,
you
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
But I've chosen to take that. I've got any card scala, you understand?
Yeah.
But I've chosen to use that as my strength.
As your inspiration.
I've always wanted to prove a point. Ukuthi leli ayilicho linyatsa.
Exactly.
Namhlanje.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
true.
For most people that
Very
were
true.
treating us like that.
Very true.
Namhlanje sama pillars abo.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe lama problems they come to
They
us.
come to us.
If they want usizo. So I would say Nanyabonga.
Yeah.
Cool.
For such words.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Maybe ngabe ngisegangeni ngekuma drugs.
True.
Too much.
So you realize ukuthi that comfort would have kept you
too much.
Never realizing your purpose.
Never realized ukuthi there's a lion in me that is
that wants to roar,
that wants to come out. This struggle in me wants to come out.
You know, answering, because you know, when we're talking about this topic, guys, we are still on the same issue ukuthi music kahle kahle ngaqala nini njani. Yabo, these are the reasons why I had to ukuthi ngenze music. Yabo, abantu bengenza ingoma Ungayithi ya trend. Yabo, deep down, God knows I deserve the chance. Yabo, deep down, I know I deserve this chance.
Yeah.
To someone could be like, it's a lucky song. Yabo, to me, I know where I come from.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
When I took that paper and said, what can I do? I remember said, I didn't know music at the time. I was like, what can I do? How can I share my message? Because you know, I'm in South Africa, you know, with foreign people, Angabaza, I don't have friends. I can't if I tell them my story on clear.
They won't understand.
They won't understand.
Yeah, they won't relate.
So now I'm living in a house whereby I can look at my father, but I can't talk to him with anything negative. Remember, nami nginje ngamthanda angifuni axabane nestepmother.
Yes.
Oh.
Because of you know,
so you have to automatically
sharp boy. You know, I'm like, I'm perfect. While least during the day I was playing some of my beats, ngizama ukubhala ingoma and umuntu abuya cime yonke into like you'll never be anything. So every time, but I remember mangi school because I did manage to go to school in Konala.
You managed to continue to this side.
The challenges that I was having at the time is because I was ngumfana, as you can see. Ngihlala namantombazana abosisi and stuff, you know. But I'm doing everything that is supposed to be done abosisi. Every time when I wake up in the morning, gezi zicha mfethu, you know, before nge school. Understand? Mina I had to walk a school while least my sisters would bakibira my transport time and stuff like that. You get scared. But you know, to me that was normal because even I used to walk, and it was normal. So, so the struggle like it prepared me for this kind of life. Okay. Whatever they thought it was a punishment, to me it was like, okay, cool. Mabeti hambutenga something a shop. To me, manghama palingoma, you know.
You're given a chance.
Be something. I'm getting a breather from the house.
So uthunywa wena kwakungaku affect instead kwakukunceda.
Exactly, because omakhelwane they would complain about such like, why would your mother do that? Come back at 5. I didn't even realize it was 5 times.
It doesn't matter.
It was like, I
okay.
need this chance. So wouldn't be one and something. Understand? So that's how I got into music. Then mangfika school, those songs ngiyaziculela abangani bami, classmates wami, start singing, yabo. It wasn't making sense to them at all. Like, what is he saying, yabo? But to me, man convey out. That's how I made it. Because you know, at that time, there were a lot of thoughts as I shouldn't be here.
Oh.
I mean, like I've lost mama at that time. Besengiluzu mama, my 2 sisters, yabo, and the life that I'm living, yabo. So now it's either you have suicidal thoughts, of course. Yabo. So kabanga bridge, if I could jump from a bridge, you know, if I was watching stories of how do you kill yourself quick, yabo. Isn't at a young age. So ibuku langisiza kakhulu because now bengibuyela back to ibuku mbhali, then I would go to some of my friends about 2 or 3 and be like, come guys, force them to listen to me. Then I'm like, yes, you know,
I'm a friend.
So I'm going for it. So like that thing, that was like self-therapy, which I was not even aware of
at the time. So
so that is why, you know, I wouldn't be deep down I'm broken. Very much broken to an extent.
We'll talk after this. We'll talk and have sessions, coaching sessions. I think we need that.
Because of these things, they affect even your lifestyle. You would hate a lot of women, yabo,
Yeah.
because of what you went through.
What you were exposed
You
to.
understand?
So cabanga ukuthi bonke banjalo.
Yeah, and in you, when you're born, I mean, it took me a lot of time to reduce the lifestyle. I used to think, you know, because I see what man about 10 went on a bomb. It's like you think this love is not enough.
Exactly.
Was an hour. It's not enough.
Because
Yeah.
because like what you're saying,
Yeah.
Uthi,
Yeah.
you know, ungathi I'm talking to myself.
I hear what you're saying, bro.
I'm telling you, ekuthini like ukuthi udinga umama lapho ngamela ngithole
Yeah,
khona
so
umama.
Exactly.
this is what happens.
Yeah.
Kuba le hole, right? Inside you. It doesn't matter where inside your body, but usually in the heart. This is an imaginary hole.
Exactly.
That it has been growing as a kid from not having a particular member or a mother or a father. It grows. When you grow, it grows with you. Also khulile. It then starts feeling like ichaumoya kumele ivaleke. Now you start going around looking for something to close that hole. So what do? You go to alcohol, you try, you see it doesn't help. You go to sleeping around. So sleeping around is dangerous because when I meet a person today, you are assuming your subconscious mind, this is the mother that I don't have. You take that woman, you sleep with them. Tomorrow you wake up noticing that, no, this is not my mother.
Exactly.
You go to the next one. You are looking for your mother in each and every person you meet, each and every habit you come across. Either that habit swallows you, or you come back and accept that you have lost this person. That's what happens.
Do you know the painful part of the whole thing is that when during that time I was born.
Exactly.
Understand? I was born there's something
There's something wrong here.
For example, you can understand we're talking about a 14-year-old child who didn't heal from umama sessionil. Okay, I'm still trying to heal. Usiswa sessionil. Oh, okay, awubabona ukuthi babekiwe or kanjani, you know, uzwa ngefoni yabo. That was too quick to happen. These are the people that were a part of my life.
And looking at ukuthi ama setup akudala ma umntwana vele you're not involved.
Exactly.
In the process
You understand?
of mourning, in the process of burying your
No one is
Yeah.
even asking you, are you okay?
Exactly.
Akula muntu okukhuluma
just
lawe ukuthi kwenzekeni.
ignored. Understand? While the elders are mourning. Some are thinking
They get closure bona and we
abantu
don't.
abadala thought ukuthi wena
Awucabanga awulangqondo awufili like how they are feeling.
So that's how I got into music. Bhala ingoma mfethu ingoma nginengoma eziningi mina mfethu namanje ungathi mfethu asekuthi ingoma manje na itopic iclass mina 5 minutes ngirekhodile not because I'm blind I'm just nginezinto eziningi to say because akusikuthi maybe ngithi amanye amathi mfethu mina I'm not even blind artists but I respect them and every time I go around I always tell them mfethu mina I respect the artists that came before me. That is why I was able to ask Abba, in fact, can you collaborate? I respect your craft. Collaborate. You know, that's how much I respect I'm an artist as a before me. So now that I came, okay, Ungayithi everywhere. It's not because I'm artist. It's just that God saw it with man.
It's your time.
Boy, there is a story that needs to be told. I understand. But in order for the story to be told, these people need to come to your shows. These people need to look for a name
so that they can listen.
They need to first relate. Okay, that's Jaycee. Then they listen to what they listen to, and then they come here today and they hear the story.
The story behind. Mina, I tried. What I did, I listened to music. Ungayithi, I did it for the people. I did
for
to
yourself.
Look
That's
for what
beautiful.
they were looking for.
And you did
It's like
great song.
It's like I had to research. Sometimes you need to forget about yourself. That is why maybe I'm too much broken because most of the time I consider people.
That's your strength, bro. That's your strength. That's your vulnerability is your strength because what you are saying right now is what not every artist will come and say. You admitting, even separating between songs that you are doing for yourself and songs that you are doing for the people. Because to you, music is your hospital. Music is your safe place, which is why you shouldn't even worry whether people are trending or whether your music is trending or not, because this is how God chose to heal you.
You know what I'm saying? I've got albums. I was talking to my guy Masbuya Ganjo. We're listening to deep albums. He was like, "Why are you not releasing this album?"
Yeah.
Bro, I've got albums that when I listen to them myself, I'm like, how did I write this? But at this time, they're not ready to listen to those. Yeah, because that's not what it's happening now.
Exactly.
These days, it's all about the trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how the music industry is. You can't change it. Umuntu uzothi hey mfethu la ukhuluma unyikisa amaphani. I'm like hey mfethu, that's what people want to hear.
True. Yeah.
If I had to speak before Ungayithi, I released a song called Uhamba Nami. Ujesu Uhamba Nami. They didn't listen to it. It's my people. I'm sure you know. I'm
being honest. Yeah.
They don't know it, but that is the deepest song. It's a powerful song, but it's not. You understand that the time is. You understand this day is all about.
Yeah.
You understand? And you give them what they want because I love. You know why? It's like I see. These people as my family. Every time I go to every show,
the way they receive you.
I don't have VIP, bro.
I've seen you.
I've seen on your videos. You will ungena lapho kule public corner. Ungena nge backstage. I go to you mix and mingle with the public. You understand those are the people that they have made you.
They contribute a lot. You know, umuntu unganyathi umuntu because uthi lengoma ithole nge WhatsApp. In fact, we have YouTubes, we have all those things. They are very good, but it doesn't matter how the person got your song. The fact that the person decided not to delete your song, it's a blessing.
And also
people can delete your song.
also like because you're talking about your music healing, right? What did it do to that person? Because
you know what I'm saying?
if you can release 10 albums, and out of those 10 albums, there's one song that has made someone not to think of suicide, you have won.
Do you know what Ungayithi Vune? To be honest with you, I will tell you. It came out at a time, which I cannot mention. But that time was a critical time, you know, for most of our people. There was a lot that was happening.
I think you know what? Tell me a story about your song. So, Zo sends me a song, right? I've never heard this song. So he writes underneath Uti. I think he was
yes.
He wants to push
everyone and help.
That is always willing to So let me just send it to my niggas. You understand? He sends me that song, then he writes underneath Ungayithi. So I'm thinking
he's saying when sharing
no, sure, bruh. I won't share it. He sends a laughing emoji. So I'm asking myself, why am so okay, look, that saying say when I'm driving home, that saying let me listen to this project because I know maybe for now my insight. It's a project that is
they do that sometimes.
I'm playing this song. The song is saying Ungayithi. So I'm just that's what he meant when he said Ungayithi.
Yeah, man.
So I was like, what? This is a very good song. No, this song, guys, I just wish you would niyenze ne video sharp. Something push bafethu. I know how industry changes, but this song, now if I had the power, I was going to do something about this song.
Bruh.
I could hear what so I didn't know that is by Jaycee Rapaddict.
You came and you asked
through
me.
That song, remember?
Wangena la. Wathi kule ingoma, wathatha laptop, watype thing. Wathi kule ngoma Ungayithi but engakwazi timbana. So ngiyamtshela mina ngithi nguJaycee lo Rapaddict.
And even when I went back, before I know this song, when I received from Zo, it took some time for it to release. I don't think they released it.
It took some time.
It took some time.
I
don't know why they took some time to release it, but it took some time. Then last year, back home,
everywhere.
To station.
Umchova, iwonda fiti, iradio, yonke indawo.
So as soon as I ask you, who's this?
What the figure first thing? What ngena first eveleka? What kule nyingoma wangena wathatha laptop watype.
No, it can't be.
Ngathi nguJaycee.
Remember, it's that song.
What happened? What is saying? Injiva eziningi. Injiva, you know, I love Injiva kakhulu. Ngenza ngithi phela. Injiva masifika emakhazi phethe ingoma. You know, phela usually ingoma injiva sibele ngoma.
Vele injiva zaziwa ngengoma namanye trends.
No, trend.
It connect and connect.
Yeah.
So connect, connect. Uyashaya ama tracks.
Yes.
Abantu bathi hey ndoda faka Ungayithi. Wow. I'm gonna tracks, I'm not gonna mention artists. Kuna tracks are playing. Now I'm like, wow, this is dope. I can't fit abantu baqamlumia Ungayithi.
Yeah, we saw.
And it's true.
You know why? It was like we have never been supported this way. And I would like to say thanks to Omatsila. The guy gave a lot of credit to me when the song came out. He even said with emphasis, and then it was the first time for us as Amandebele artist, you understand, to get such support. Especially in December. You have your song being the ringtone.
And then and the nice thing, Iguti, I think it has been always you know only realize Iguti, koBodlwayo, it has always been hard too much for Emakaya. They are fine with each other. They will roll with the room. So it has always been difficult to koBodlwayo.
I was shocked.
To crack it in
I was shocked.
In a local song. Because the South African music
was dominating.
So it was a first, I will tell you. Maybe it was a first to koBodlwayo. koBodlwayo said they were train a
Harare song or a South African song.
The Lama I grew up there. You know. And the Lama Ninja, I didn't. You know what shocked me the most? I didn't even play to crack koBodlwayo, you know, because I know how difficult it is. So I'm like, if I can only crack my cast, you know, Filabusi. So I'm not even planning to get into koBodlwayo. I know koBodlwayo is big.
koBodlwayo podcast as
when it comes to music. Lende chongo mpofu ukuthi if it's not a Harare song and it's not a South African song. Now, a Nigerian song.
Any song, as long as it's not because you know, like you mentioned, I'm an artist, bro. We have I'm artist and what respect. You know, we have Omzo, we have Omanaini, we have. That is why I was not even planning, because I was like, these my brothers, they are pushing harder. I mean, Kelvin is my boy. Who I was sharing the same studio with him in 2020, but before Kelvin. Too much. You know, before he even blew up. I was like, this boy was singing gospel. I think he needs to go back to that music because the boy is good. And you know, when I met him, he was singing gospel. The problem is that, you know, you are trying by all means to fit in the industry. And you know
what the industry wants.
You understand?
And follow what you say.
What I show Scottin. I went from here to Scottin for free with my car. I drove all the way. I performed for free just for my boy.
Thank you.
That time he was not popular yet.
Wow.
Then I was like, Fine Mojo, oh, Kelvin, this is my boy, you know. I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Because you're thinking, I saw this boy coming out. Now he's here. I'm like, this is great. So I'm like, okay, Shaba. We have about SF. It's hard. I can't say I can crack it with Ungayithi.
Exactly.
So when I heard Omanai singing on Ungayithi, you know, like he was just playing Ungayithi then freestyling on it. I'm like, also Omanai like in the song. I'm like, plus the song is going. Maybe it's because
900. Right.
Then bro, I had people like, yo, I'm like, hey, I'm like, so the song actually got into koBodlwayo. I went recently koBodlwayo.
And it cracked koBodlwayo.
And I
not only got into koBodlwayo.
I performed koBodlwayo. It was I think 2 weeks back. Luveve. I had the lovers too much.
No, I saw you when you came in. People were going crazy.
The love
even after you finished your performance, the love was something else.
But now, I feel like when ingoma leyo cabanga ukuthi ncane.
I know.
Because ngikhuluma ngokuthi uNdoda lo wathe buya ekukhulume ngayo. I knew the song. I never paid attention.
Wathe
buya ekukhulume ngayo sakhuluma ngayo sayidlala even when the week Magmele shoot, we were so excited.
Yeah.
We were even playing the song.
Yeah.
Now, this song is big.
Exactly.
Ngwase Skodini,
All right.
ngwase Cholocho.
Yeah.
Besiba seSkodini bese Cholocho koBulawayo. The song was playing.
Exactly.
There is a club in Victoria Falls.
Yeah.
Eyathi Vula belonja. The first song that they played, Ungayithi.
All right.
When are you thinking this song is playing koBulawayo? No. This song is a hit.
Yeah, I was there, Vic Falls. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know because one of the issue prize that what I love also is that the song doesn't have which you cool my language.
Exactly.
I have my brothers from Harare.
Yeah, who love the
Yes.
song.
on Ungayithi. You understand?
Yeah.
So the song I was in one game they playing the song.
Yeah.
Every falls when busy twasalo too much club.
Yeah.
I went there, bruh. The love was too much. You understand?
Twasalo Tumo, thank you so much.
Too much.
Cool for the support.
I was hosted nicely on a presentation.
He's a good guy.
I understand?
He's a good
But
guy.
in your early years of your
All right.
career when you're starting,
Yeah.
did you ever think it will get to this?
At my like I said, I've always had faith, but at times I'd given up. There were times when, especially when I signed some contracts, Angbamba for was like, what did I do? Yabo?
When you were finally ambitious.
No, with Ambitiouz we worked. When we were supposed to sign the Ambitiouz, I had already signed the Kalawa Jazzme.
Oh.
So you
started Kalawa.
What happened, Mjokes, our rest in peace to Mjokes, late Mjokes, Trompis. Yeah. Mjokes found us, the C group. And in the group, I was the only Zimbabwean.
Oh.
The group that produced To Push.
Exactly. I did to push. We remixed it as a group.
Oh, so when you
It was a solo project.
You know what
Then now-
happened?
Yeah.
This is what happened, I will tell you. Me, Nane, at that time, I still had Lento Leoguti, Zimgup, me, and
It wasn't good.
some put
Yeah, no, I think
it's
all of us.
you.
Yeah.
So at that time,
Kana kwe no kopitori.
I think it's something that was
Every one of us have gone through.
I'm not sure if it was good for me or it's bad. But
It was good.
So-
it was an experience.
Some friends would be like, maybe let's say, then one of my friends would be like, Jaycee, Kiri. I'm like,
Ukarikili zaizai.
Kiri. When Jaycee went,
Yabe nitiniri wako peluki. Yabe ngeko soft.
Man, don't think I'm sorry.
Maranda tsoka.
So, I mean, I always had a concept.
Yeah.
And in fact, I won't feel like, my feel like, a scoop and I'll be like, hey, how can I help you? I'm
Umus.
cutting. How is Zimbabwe? You call in Zimbabwe? We're also trying here.
We all from there, bro.
So at that time, lento le yebeyenza kahle.
Okay.
Time mabengithola bengine crew yabo. And among the crew bes perform push a show in Gamalinga yabo. Dr. Malinga had a show, and then while he made at the time, I think let's cut a Pugunyao.
Oh, yes.
So I speeds a
Yeah.
I think I shama kick somewhere. So my speeds a perform. And bruh, I spend a lot when it comes to forcing things in the industry. Speeds were like that, but it was an perform. You're not getting paid, but because there's a lot of crowd. Like, you need to go there, guys. Put petrol. Sing. So must figure out a shot. Push was the biggest song in Victoria.
Yeah.
Push was the biggest, because Sawinama was with the song. Then the song was big before the company signed us. So must figure said push, and people were singing along. Then Jokes was like, these guys. We're gonna professor. There were a lot of artists at the time. But Jokes is the guy that stood up and said,
wow. Yeah, I always
Kalawa
see
like that.
you always give honor to Mjokes.
Too much.
Yeah.
You want Mjokes?
Time and again, you're always giving honor to Mjokes. I've noticed, yeah.
Mjokes did a lot. And if it wasn't for the fact in God's timing is perfect, I would have been far by that time. But because God's timing, you want to so Mjokes my figure about angmazi me, you know, yamazi of course he has the trumpets, but you know individually,
you don't know which one is this
so I start to perform, you know, taking our shirts. But my shirts up on the push. But I branded the song. It was my song. But then now Mjokes heard the song. He likes the song. Yabo. Upush in a verse yamukuphela. But see crew, masifika see crew, shaya ku track, shall push.
Okay.
Asikabi nama tracks work.
You know.
Shaya ku track, ibelt like sikumile kahle yabo.
Yeah,
shaya mi track, shaya ku track, sayfaka. Alright, masifika lapho seshaya mfethu. Umjokes uthi I must go to the Ungayithi balcony lapho sesime khona, you know, just getting fresh air. But a lot of young bebekhona, you know, bebengazwakali because we had fanele ukuthi ufike Filabusi ungithola perform.
Of course.
Mfethu uzohlala phansi.
Yeah.
Siyabe sesikhalile yabo.
Yeah.
So at that time mangiqeda ukwenza kanjalo. Umjokes uyabuya. Mayibuya ngimnaki mfethu. I'm like, who's this one? I can't tell you. Hey, to attend this guy. Hey, attend that. Can I have a shirt, bro? I'm a kid.
It's a fan.
It's my fan.
Can you say when something?
Yeah. You want more autograph or what?
It's fun.
So we started my contacts through the guy whom I had said this is my manager. I mean, I like giving people credit. So that I like teamwork. Can I put it like that? I believe one should have team. Ungabi producer, manager, director, fan.
You can't be jack of all trades.
So I had guys that I said you are the manager. So I sent the guy. I tell him my contact and stuff. Morning, Mjokes has phone. Send phone at Kalawa. Can we meet a mid-range? And then time very Pitur. Can we meet a mid-range and then we have a meeting, we're planning on signing you. We loved your song Push. I'm like, yo guys, I'm not going alone. I'm winning here.
You're thinking for your brothers, bro.
We win as a team. Yeah.
So, se record at the same time. Nami ngifake my verse, bafaka my verse. The song becomes a group song. Then there was a beat, the original beat, which was the dope, a bit blind. Leah beat, your producer, what was the guy? He's also in Kalawa on my class. I forgot his name. He's the one who does the production work. Okay. He's the one who we were mixer man. We change some of the things, which is good, but
you felt like I said
that time we side trap. So one of the hard trap, and then I had to change some words. Like, come back and change this word.
Why?
I had said the word Yoguchi. I was like, what is the word? Kitlale black. Okay, I was like, Kitlo pusha kitlale black. Hutwana lady shop tamakula.
Oh, so it sounded derogatory, like attack my friend.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm ngizogcwala yonke indawo.
Yeah.
Go back to the show, to the studio and release. I was like, and then I was like, ngizogcwala yonke indawo.
Yeah.
So like the shops, I had to remove the so I fixed that.
Politically correct.
Yeah, you know that's the problem with signing with record.
Yeah,
you can't express who you are.
Yeah, it's scripted. You can't be yourself.
Well, that is why I want to understand why artists fall after coming from a record label.
Oh,
because now you've been scripted to somebody you're not. Then they dump you. Then now you have to go back to yourself. People don't know you.
It takes time. They know that.
And the scripted you had all the resources. The scripted you
was sustained.
Was sustained, branded, all over.
You can understand.
But the original you now lacks all that financial support.
Okay.
So people think it's a fall. You understand?
We have a lot of artists who come from record labels. People think, they are not just getting money to force the song.
Somewhere.
Kule mali forcing ngoma.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
It's rare to give a song. Do you know what you Ungayithi voyela budget?
Yeah, that's
Doesn't have budget.
so for me,
yes,
so for me, or from all that what you just shared about the song, and then now this experience that you're getting into push Kalawa, and now you're talking about Ungayithi voyela budget. I kanti injani, spiritually or what? Lento lengicela linga-understand is ngoba akula muntu oyenza i-art, like I'm talking about real artists.
Exactly.
Real artists.
Yeah, you're right.
Akula muntu oyenza i-art ongazange adlule through these hardships.
Bruh,
it's like you can only do art if you have gone through pain. It looks like that to
that's
me.
why I'm watching the car.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something. The art, I will tell you something which I understood late. And I was like, why? Do you know there are times where like, ngaba years of music.
Yeah, usole.
Because you are now tied into it. You know? There were times when I tried to stop. You can't stop.
Art is it's.
Do you know why? Do you know why artists are depressed? Do you know why we have suicide? We've lost artists. You know, like
of course.
You know, through suicide. Even here,
Ricky
we lose artists. You know, you know why? Because it's like you usutuniwe. There are places you need to go.
When ubusuyeke lukuyenda wenleziyana.
Mina nginje, you know, my whole life I was like, okay, mina ngiphatha umese first of all. You know, I don't like fights. You know, angifuni ukujondela umuntu. Angifuni ukuya prison.
Yes.
That was my concept. As an artist. But I've been to prison. You know? And I was like, how did I get here? Understand? I make sense.
I hear you now.
Because usutuniwe. Do you know what? Everywhere I go, I make friends. It's either it's 2 or 1. Somebody like, oh, brother, thanks. I learned.
Thank you so much.
And like, so I came all the way just for this guy.
Utuniwe.
So now I'm out to we send the message
to someone,
to orphans, to the hospital, to prison. You can't go as a prison ward.
No, you'll have to go in there and
come back.
Part of it, so you understand it.
You understand? You have to change the end of it. Lento is like injengehloka yabo. Ihloka mfethu, in order for it to lisetshenziswe kumele liqale lihambe through some processes. So as an artist, there are processes that you need to go through. And either you want to be a president or you want, as long as you want to be something eyokuthunywa.
Lokho futhi kuyasida no.
Kumele uhambe through ama process. Ihloka mfethu ukuthi lize lilozo kahle. Kumele ukuthi ulifake emlilweni. Ngiyakufaka emlilweni. That is a painful part. And then mawuqeda ukuphuma emlilweni like semphumile emlilweni. There's a grinder.
So uthi lize licije.
There's a grinder as well. Yabo? Uwe lo bakuphoselana usenkingeni uyashaya uyathukwa, you understand, uyakheswa uyaxoshwa umfazi yakutshela ayikho lento yenza. So what I'm trying to say is that
find a job.
This is the process that you are going through. It's the painful process. Ihloka leyo yabo, i-artist leyo, it has to go through what? The same process. Then my phela le process bekulozile manje
so right subukhali.
Omunye umuntu uzothi hayi man lo man ngiyazi bake mama accuse nge 1 2 3 I don't ngemazi man, but those things they don't count once you announce
usudlulela pha.
Of course.
Ngoba when you know you have
sometimes you do it intentional because you have to go through the process. Uzomshaya intentional.
I was saying, you know, you remind me of, I've been following my stories currently. Pitch Black.
Yes,
exactly. He's getting a lot of his videos, getting a lot of audience as it is.
Exactly.
People then, yes, there was Pitch Black plus, but Pitch Black ungambheka ungamnyatsa
too much.
Kakhulu umthathe kancane.
Too much.
But what he spits
uthunyiwe as he said.
Yeah, I understand that.
And let me tell you something. At the time when Pitch Black came up, I was watching them. I remember watching them. Like Pro Kid. Very those are great artists. And at the time, people didn't want Pitch Black to speak sense on his song.
Exactly. Yeah.
So in order for Pitch Black to send the message now, this had to happen.
Yeah. Because I listened to his song that he performed at SABC. It's a different Pitch Black altogether.
It's not the one
I see only yeah, I understand. It's no longer that Pitch Black.
He's now sending the message. You know,
but people won't hear what you say. People will not understand what you say.
What we need to understand is that when you spoke about spiritual things, guys, this is how can I write a song like you?
No.
People ask me a lot of times, how did you write a song? I can't remember.
I never saw it coming, bruh.
Mamera, if you ask me how to write, I can't remember. I want to be, if I want to lie to you, and for the podcast's sake and for Wooting Trend, I will lie to you. But to be honest, I can't remember how I wrote the song.
Yeah, now I hear you twice.
I don't remember how I because as you said,
I hear you twice. Now for me, art.
Now you see Woody Leo ngoma onoyicabangeli. That's the one that is now making you, taking you to abantu okumele uye kubo. Phela uma ufika awufika ukuthi ngayithi vu ugcine khona. Yeah.
Uthunyiwe. It's the same way as Ujona. Into I tunyiwe. Wakambe ndaweni zakhe. Lami nginje mfethu, do you know ukuthi I had songs that I put budget on? Do you know how much I spent for guess? Guess if you go to YouTube, it's there. We have Ukamba Nam. Mfethu, do you know
how much?
Those songs are playing on TV. Yeah. Understand? They are okay, if you want to know how much you spend, for example, those songs are playing on international TVs.
Ah, okay.
That's how much
so there was a lot of work. There was a lot of budget.
That's how much money I spent thinking these are the songs. Then I dropped Ungayithi hip hop song.
Yeah.
Before I have a group where I share my music. So mangi drop angabafakela like, oh guys, listen to this song. I was like, you know my people, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, sharp. Then I went to the studio. Go studio, we're planning.
Yeah.
Which album and what can we do? Esinga pushangai.
Yeah.
Then the producer was like, hey, mfethu yazini, ngiyabuya manje, it's yenza something lana. You know, computer on and stuff, you can do something. He knows I love recording.
Yeah.
When he went out, bro, I recorded the song on my own.
Ah, was like, isolation.
Yabona izolo siqeda ukuphuza angithi ngibona lo kunjani ngishufazi kalo kunjani ngathi baby hello kunjani
wena man
vele uphuza
listen to the flow.
So at the time ngiwa I can record, I can do everything.
Uthatha data nje
I know his effects. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Export fast engakaphenduki because he doesn't want me to send people songs before he mastered them. Does whatever he wants. Yeah. Ungayithi the training song was not mastered.
Whoa. So this is what I'm saying. For guys, art is spiritual. There's no way.
You know, I saw
you can do this. There's no way.
I was shocked. Yeah. I saw those guys performing at a big event. There are these guys 2GH. But if you don't love me, go away. If you don't love me, go away. If you don't you know that thing is trending like crazy. Yeah. They're even performing that song. So it goes back to like what we were saying, Woody. Sometimes we are forced into it. But in the economy, I see you mele.
I very.
Okay.
For example, Ngoma le, which I thought was just a skit and a joke. It says, what the song says? It says, "Don't trust people." What?
I don't blame people.
I don't blame people.
Disappointing.
Do you know what I thought? To myself, I was like, "Oh, it's a skit. It's another skit." I realized now that
it made Mark was.
You know why?
From there onwards, Mark was started being equated.
Onto something.
The message that he put
you are onto something here.
To you, it will sound like a joke. And you won't listen to it. But the message is clear.
So the spiritual world would have decided that, okay, you're not going to trend with these things because they are too deep and they are for a selected few.
If he sang that song in with an R&B beat and serious stuff and all those mastering and nice voices and whatsoever, the song wouldn't have trended.
It was going to be limited to a selected few. Now, make it ratchet.
just
so that we can now introduce
do you know
this one.
Do you know
to the world.
Ungayithi is things that are happening. People now at least abachita kwazi ukuthi okay shop mawangambona umakoti ngimdinga emaphaneni. Someone is there.
Exactly.
You know, there's a message there. Because the song says actually ukuthi okay shop umjita busy uhleli lokho ephuza.
Exactly.
Ngapha umntwana yabo. So obviously
things that are happening.
They're like my lokho ehleli epower like check ukuthi umama okhona endlini.
Otherwise kwelahla le. Jaycee
Ungayithi
mawulokhu uphuza wona benzani ngale
yabona banyikisa amaphaya so umjita akasayenzi lento
Exactly.
sekwazi
Yeah.
ukuphothela amafethu uzobona seyaphuzela endlini
You see?
Yeah.
so many,
spiritual.
and you know there are people that were during the time abanye you know so many families had something to celebrate on. You know, seeing your kids dancing, becoming happy. Families are going through a lot, bro. So to have something like that, ungayidlala maybe ingahlekisa abantu, abantu be happy. It's part of community contribution in terms of izinto zakale emakhaya.
Exactly.
Abantu they might think ukuthi, and it's still happening now, which must figure Tina. They think, you know, I'm artist, but do you know what we play a huge role? Because when you get home in even though you had frustrations, like, maybe you wanted to fight, you know, something, you get there and be like, all right, guys, what are you doing? Because usually, but now there are things that can make you smile. It did a lot.
And that's music.
Exactly.
Ungayithi, like as you were saying, how it's making people dance. And there's a message that you have now shared that is too deep, where
exactly
you're fixing the family structure, which is why ungahamba kuma therapy sessions, they play that calm music because it calms you.
Exactly.
Ngoba calm, everything goes haywire. So this is what music does. You go to massage parlors, they play music, they're calming your nerves, they're calming you down. Kulabantu abaningi in my coaching profession that I always speak to them, before you came here, how were you coping? Many of them say, I would play music. What type of music? I don't care, I just wanted noise. But music is not noise. Music does something to you. You don't need to hear what the person is saying. And
then the Ungayithi part, you know, a lot of marriages are broken because but the people always vote. Do you know, at our times, as I told you that my father was here all the time, you can imagine how long the distance was between them. But you know, I was there in my sister was there, even though Baba was miles away. Because our Makelwan, they would not say stuff.
So it kept the family structure.
Yeah.
It bond remained because
abantu abakhuluma indaba
zabantu.
Because now
into ziyadilika kulezi insuku because abantu
bayithi vu. You know, back then people would not say stuff. Even Omaki, brother. Hi. These days they can't wait to go born and be like,
yes.
And you're like, hi. Ubana ngumazi lo. But uthe ubhuti wakhe umshado sokuphelile ngishada izolo. There are things that if people didn't talk about, abanye abantwana they still have full parents.
Abanye abantu they'll still be alive.
You know what I'm saying? People say stuff that kill people.
Exactly.
So Ungayithi guys, sometimes there are times that you just need to be silent.
Let me add on top there. Also it means kulabanye abantu abaselected ongahamba uyokuthi vu kibo because they will protect that secret. Ungayithi is saying don't publish it to the world because the world is not ready to hear. But kulamunye umuntu ongamlandi fike lalela mjini lapha sokulento so ayigcinele ya secret to the grave.
And adding on to that statement, it's bold.
It's
pregnant with meaning.
Vague, it's
in that
big.
antiyabona ukuthi usumtsheli
Exactly.
umtshele ngoba ngiyamtrust.
Yes.
So ngithi when I'm telling you ngibuye ngithi mina Ungayithi then because Ungayithi izolimaza umuntu. We understand. So there are things that are better unsaid.
Do you know,
left unsaid nje zishiyo zinjalo.
Do you know, it took me my whole life until I was I think, okay, let's say from, you know, until 2017 to know that, okay, umntaka mamncane is my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is my blood brother. And when I learned that, it was like, many years ago. I was like, and I accept, because I'm grown now. I can accept it with growth. You understand? But there are things that if you say at the wrong time, they banging makes sense.
Was treated differently because also when school is come mama.
Yeah, boy.
So that's why you know mama before.
Yeah.
Babe city ubaba yenza something apart. Instead of they will talk to the husband. With the husband, I understand the science.
Yes.
But in Kela, what is this one? Lo mntwana
ungamlahli
azohlala kile lapha uzamavoid ukuthi uba bengabe siyalunguza umntana kile
those people
umntwana be close lela nje umntwana ka mina there are a lot of other relatives because they are my relatives but ngangabasizi
njani awusukhulisa uthi phela lo ngumalume akho lo.
So it's unfortunate ukuthi podcast yethu besingathembi ukuthi izabe iqukethe into ezizimba.
Yeah, no, this is heavy.
Go back to your career now.
Right. Yeah.
You are someone that have worked with a lot of
big names.
Yes.
Yeah, people might not know
exactly.
that you mentioned in passing. To be spotted by Mjokes.
Exactly.
Your relationship with the Kalawa Jazzme. I think it goes further.
Too much, yeah.
So ambitious,
exactly. I worked with too much with Ambitiouz.
What transpired from you? Your time with the Kalawa, what did you work with?
I think one of my whole career, most of the time, I was being tender. I was very close with the manager, best manager under Kalawa Jazzme. So every time he would send me to something, go to what? Go to this radio station, go to. So at the time, I was a busy person, and at the time I was learning. That is why the manager, if you check my career, you would think I'm under a record level. The way things are going, you'll be like, oh, this guy, maybe there's a huge team behind him, maybe a huge PR. There's not. It's just me thinking, okay, tomorrow I'm doing this, I'm pressing this one, I'm pressing, because of the people that I was learning at the time. Ambitiouz, I met them just before we signed with Kalawa. Then we sold them a song which is called Welele. Yeah. We sold them that song at that time. I think it's a 15K. We blew the cash the very same day. You know, people will always say, Ambitiouz, hey, Europa, bana manga. We are the ones who go there with a song that is worth nothing. I mean, that song is worth nothing. It's your song. It's in your phone. And the guy says, how much are you selling?
Yeah, I love value because
and you're like, no, I can give it to you. And he's like, no, don't give it to me. Don't give it to me. I'll give you 15K.
Something. Yeah.
You're like, what? 15K?
And then you get excited. You have never seen or heard about 15K.
Then you sign. Then you give out the song. Then after the song is famous, you start thinking the song is
they robbed me.
The guy made the song worth $1 million. Then now you think he owes you $1 million.
They have the resources.
Resources is better. The guy had passion. You see the guy behind Ambitiouz, he had passion. Not resources just. Everybody has resources, but do you know Ekaslam, they have resources, but they don't have passion for music.
Okay.
Resources are not enough. Exactly. Money is not enough.
Now
money,
I see.
If you give me money, bruh, and you don't have passion in what we're doing, the process yam. And you think
you're not delivering.
But if you're patient, bruh, you fail until
up until exactly.
So that's what Ambitiouz was doing. The guy would take you from nothing to something.
You saw something.
It's not
you are an it thing.
Yeah, it's you thinking this guy might be. Even with me, it happened. Yeah, but the time was under Ambitiouz, bruh. I mean, under Kalawa, if I have to be honest. And it's not Oskido's fault or something. Oskido, you know, I had the time with Oskido.
Yeah.
Oskido is not. Oskido, I think sometimes when I'm an artist, he and myself I go push.
Oh.
Then Mjokes na yona artist one. Okay.
So bad delegator.
Then got room and stuff.
Okay.
So me na been pusher Mjokes.
Yeah.
Then Tina we had to force to make things happen. Ambitiouz, Kalawa didn't get us a house, a migrant. I had to save a fit as a migrant.
Ulazenzela.
I will pay. So that we are close to what?
To the studio. Exactly.
We're paying like 7K per month.
Shit.
Yeah, and I had to make sure I have money to pay that rent so that we make it. Because remember, we had to go on shows Spikiri. Christmas in July. I'm sure Spikiri is Christmas in July. We're not getting paid for them. But we had to make sure we sleep petrol from here to Bloemfontein.
You make a plan.
From Bloemfontein to wherever. Because we needed to share stages with Obanpa. We attended a lot of shows in fact, whereby the man was coming from the pocket. Understand?
So that's patient
with
now,
Ambitiouz
what you're talking about.
Instead of you spending, they'll be like, okay, come here. You need a house. Okay, now you need.
Okay.
Oh. So Ambitiouz answers your question.
You need a studio.
Not studio.
Okay, you need clothes, bro. There goes the clothes. Oh, okay. This guy needs a car because he's famous.
Exactly.
Brand
walk.
I'm gonna make you. I remember when the owner of Ambitiouz told me face to face, he said, "You see, MT, I'm gonna make him on the level of Casper Invest." I was like,
Really? Yes,
yeah. And that time, you know, MT was like,
yeah.
And he did exactly that. He put the boy to the level that Casper Invest. Now, when you get there, you get it. You start feeling what I made a wrong decision. You did. You understand? It's like when you sell your car for 2,000 rand. Then the guy sports. I forgot my reminder.
Yeah, you start feeling jealous.
And then I must say that is at 50k.
Exactly.
Then you want to split the 50k.
You can't. No, you scammed me.
Yeah, so when I was even recently, I worked with Ambitiouz. We were shooting my videos. But you tell Nami by Esfira. We did with Batiban. I'm Apollo with the music video. They're pushing, and in fact, even now, those videos are pushing, and they're pushing my face. I can just come, what's with my video, you know? So I was going there. I had this thing of saying, no, guys, let's not sign. It's sweet, yeah, I was like, guys, that's not signing. It's sweet.
No.
You get it? It's sweet, you know. It's sweet. Yes. Like, guys, the panok right, but it's sweet.
It's not sign.
Okay, Kalawa, we're good. Saflopa Tina, or split as a group. You get my point? At the time, it was a process of what was built, you know, get to that. Ekalawa Mfetu is like, you are span.
Okay.
They don't give handouts. You need to work for your name, bro. Work for yourself.
You put in the work
you
so
make
you can be respected.
Oh, professor, you can't tell me what it is. No. They have the value. They work up. I'm like, Kalawa Invest. That was dope. Understand? It deserved it and it benefited from it. So last year we were supposed to go through the process. But because of that industry thing, the group must figure up. Remember feeling a push. Someone starts feeling like I made push. You made me. I made me. Then then Master Splitter. That's where I went back home. I said, who am I? You know.
Watch how is self-introspection.
Yeah, like who am I?
Exist.
With you see, with all this information I'm telling you, at the time between my whole awards, you know, a we're trending. Let's tell TV. No
one knows you.
Club for some of the songs, but it's
not you.
Chase your turn. Copies in the who's forgetting a lot. What's for video? What's for
maybe
because you know why?
Maybe before Ukubega, because even right now, I still feel like people that are watching don't understand the work you have put in.
Exactly.
Yeah. You've worked with Ambitiouz.
Too much.
You've shared stages about DJ City Light.
Too much, yes.
Miss Pro DJ.
Yes.
You've shared stages like about Black Coffee, Casper Universe, Nasty C.
Yes.
Fed Cook and Mauda.
Exactly.
You've won albums in South Africa.
Exactly.
With the hit single Push.
Exactly.
Ugesi. You have at least 10 albums.
Too much.
10. 10 albums.
And like, some people would think Ungayithi views your first single or EP.
Yeah.
You know, and let me tell you something. I think, but right. You know why? Maybe, you know, sometimes, bro, I always tell people, no matter how famous you are, there are people that don't know you.
And they will not.
Until, like I told you, this is a spiritual thing. Maybe that one person who was is important. That is why because I feel like maybe this person is the person that I'm sent to. Maybe after talking to this person, I'll be relieved. Because we are not relieved as artists. You understand? We are not relieved.
Understand? Because everyone else expects you to be fine.
In fact, we are not. I see a lot of artists and I always like. I was very close with Gunman Izo.
Yeah.
He passed on through suicide, and I was very shocked because the very same day was Kulum, and he was like, even if you go to his page, I'm still managing his page. Being on a page the Facebook Gunman Izo. The guy was acting on Izo.
Yeah.
Being on a page the Facebook, he was like, Jaycee, when we are turning Izo social, create the page for me. I'll create I put his profile. I used to post. I did a song for him when he was alive. A song called Gunman. He was alive when I did the song. The song is still there on the internet. But people don't know that. And then that guy is a big actor in South Africa.
Yeah.
And I was his best friend at the time when he was at his lowest. And how he passed on, I still didn't understand. And I remember the things he used to tell me in secret. The industry is not as what you think.
It's cruel. The industry is cruel.
And then I understood it. And I said to myself, I'm going to build an industry for myself. Don't you wonder why I'm not doing things the same? Don't you wonder why I'm not there and there?
It's a parallel system.
You understand? I had to say, I have a different.
When Kanye West.
But you know,
no, not that, because Kanye West has money, bro.
But you know what? But wait, you know why I understand what you're saying. Yeah. I'm still going back to art is spiritual. There are messages that you need to communicate in a way that you yourself don't even understand.
Yes,
that's art, because you've gone to Ungayithi, you've got 10 albums. You're talking about how you have chosen to use this parallel system. But for you to choose that, you had to go through that pain of the sharpening of the axe.
Bro, let me tell you something. I had to go through people laughing. House is not my kind of music.
Yeah.
I'm not good at house music.
Yeah.
No. I thought I'm not good.
I thought I'm not good. I'm
good.
Okay, let me tell you something. House music was not part of the plan. It just became part of the plan now. It's like Ungayithi is part of my lessons. I'm learning. And imagine people say you're good at something that you. Okay, if I'm good at something that I'm now learning, what about the things that I did before? Exactly. The ones that I'm good at, the ones that I think I've mastered. Ungayithi was like, let me see what I can do with this beat.
Simple. Try this.
You know, like, okay, people are like, oh, this is nice. We like it. So if this is nice and they like it, I have to do that. So I'm like now learning. Okay. How do I do this? You know. So why music is spiritual, bro? As you said, there are songs that I recorded which when I listen to Mangis Lalel, I'm like,
what was I saying here?
You know,
like what was happening in my mind?
This is now happening in my life.
Oh, so
I relate to so many of my songs, which I recorded at the time when I was not relating to them.
Oh, wait. So you were actually prophesying how you're going to relate later.
Before. I'm artists, they must not lie. You know, we always come here and we have to always look at my phone and say, you know, and we lie to you. The honest truth, price, that some of the songs we write is not out of experience. We only answer that because you guys want us to say that.
You stay politically correct. Let me give people what they want to hear, because what you are saying right now, there's someone watching who's thinking you're fucking crazy.
Exactly.
Because like honestly, what you are saying is, even if we go into years past, wars were won through song.
Exactly.
Wars were started through song. In Africa, when we sad, we sing. When we're happy, we sing. When we're even neutral, songs put us back to where we need to actually be. So music, you should never take it like no. You are healing people.
In fact, I'm talking even to any artist who have a moment. I don't think the artist a beef now. In survive beef. You know? Because I'm that personal when it comes to music.
Get you.
Like, you know why?
It's in your
I'm
DNA.
not going to say, you see the cup is red, now it's white. What?
You go deep.
Me can't allow You get it? And that one is going to hit you hard because it's the truth.
Exactly.
Understand? And then, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, in most cases, in music, Abantu, they think it's all about bars and punchlines.
It's deeper than that.
It's deeper than that.
Get you.
Understand, bruh? Especially
Get
when
you.
you now sing the truth. Ungayithi is the truth.
It is, bruh. Lalele. Ungayithi. That's it.
No, that was
It is the
truth. Do you know when that song? Do you know when that song was recorded? It was in June when that song was recorded. The same time I recorded the song, I had an accident. You know, at that time, it was like 1 month old. We had an accident via Mitran Road. That was the time the song was recorded. And I don't even know how we survived. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I look at my life and say, okay, gosh,
I mean,
you know what song in Jam?
Yeah.
I say to God, like, like in Jam, you know what song? I
Yang
don't know what you're doing.
Yakufatela macala.
Next time we spin and lima. In fact, how I rolled in that road. In fact, I remember Ezra my posted up saying Ibala. It was a shock to me, Mangiba. And you know, in fact, isn't this a life in you never know. That's why I didn't know after that there was coming Ungayithi. Imagine if the worst could have happened. You understand? People would have celebrated.
Kuba sange sibele ngoma le ngoDecember.
Yeah.
La manje loke
now,
sigida.
In fact, it was not as simple. Even if you saw the car, in fact, it was crushed the pellet. In fact, you spin them, you know, shy up.
Yeah, no,
this is June 2023.
Impilo ngikamnikazi. Last year, I had an accident.
Sacishe zakungcoba ndoda.
Ngithi ngiyangcoba umfowethu. Nami I had an accident. I can't tell you what happened. I don't know. I failed to even explain to the insurance company.
Abantu khona babathumela mina ama message. Ngathethisa abantu abangazi.
I don't know. Understand?
Bethumela mina imoto nxa bembonisa nje ngithi umfowethu isikole.
If you looked at the car, and then you look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ngikho ngithi impilo ngikamnikazi. So we thank God for saving you.
Exactly.
And lengosi yethu. Yeah, because kokufanele. So these are experiences ukuthi time and again kumele asiremind ukuthi asiphile akuthiwa ulokuthi bathi bafane mama noRamani Raki umuntu ukuthi asirame ngilaki impilo lomnikazi.
It's by the grace, bro.
Grace of God.
Someone who is chosen.
Exactly.
Too much, bro.
Someone owabakwazi ukuthi namuhla sizohlala la.
Yeah, too much.
And be able to really.
Yeah, bro. I remember watching
deep.
your podcast. You guys, that was your fan. I'm still a fan because I saw you guys before you saw me. I was like, wow. So this guy is actually why is it today? You know, because you know, it's very rare. You understand?
Yeah.
Told her about it was like, okay, you know, checking what teacher my presser. You know, like, oh, wow, this is beautiful. I mean, I'm fair to. Let me tell you something. I love watching what people are doing so that they find something. You get it? I never watch things and messing no more. No, I'm like, wow, you understand? I need to get there. You understand?
Yeah.
When I make it, why didn't I rush? I knew. No. This is not my time.
Exactly.
When time comes, I need to be with this guy.
Exactly.
No, I get you, man.
Wow.
You know, there's something I want to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to officially call this part 1.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Because if we say we are done, we would be lying.
No.
Because I think some of you would really want to know more.
Yeah, very true.
Bro, to be continued.
Yes. Abazobuza ukuthi to be continued uchoni lingayithivu. So
part 2.
honestly, we are asking that you come back.
Yeah, okay.
Here.
That's
and
very nice.
This is also the platform where you need to pour out.
Too much.
As you are doing in song,
Yeah.
you also need to come here and pour out, because what you just shared today, I promise you, they're not going to say it and we allow them not to.
Yeah.
Someone's life is going to be saved.
Too much,
because
bro.
they'll look at their situation and think, I'm better off. This guy has gone through this and he's still standing.
Yeah.
Too much, bro.
And you know, the painful part is that people that now get to know you on your prime time like this, they want to be if they don't hear you. That's why we always say we want to try and tell our stories.
Yeah.
And we have our own people attacking us more than any other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For doing what we do.
For doing what we're doing. But now we know Jaycee Rapaddict today.
Yeah.
umoyo u13 year old ongazange ambone
azange ngabe
so now lo muntu ucabanga ukuthi wena ukhule ule studio ngakini ukhule ule microphone ukhule everything kuhamba kahle so that's the only way to get to where you are today but I understand that the work that you had to put in and le mbali yakho loku understand ukuthi ubuyapi la lapha khona sozalahla ithawuthi
absolutely
understand
absolutely
on that note mabamba kanjalo mfethu mina I want abantu bona I know we have kids there sinamajita afuna ukucula sinabantu abafuna ukucula mina yabona if I have to advise you yabo nginikeze advice from the heart mfethu lento leyo ungayenzi ma uzitshela ukuthi ufuna imoto ufuna amantombazana mfethu idingisisa sibuze ukuthi why you want to do this thing because of mamela mfethu mina I pray ukuthi uNkulunkulu angisize ngibe sharp I want to make it easy for some other kids you understand because where we come from when you start saying yahlabela bathi mana kancane uthe ibhanti likuphi bathi likuphi bathi right was na ihamba uthenga ama what yabanthenga what ukudla what siyakusponsor ngiyahlabela all right ngiyakuzwa all right when uthola ibhanti somewhere you know that's the life where we come from
this is deep
that is why mina mangifika ekhaya I was a bit rejected at the beginning and still ngiyabathanda kakhulu just uzwile ngidiwe ngireza ngakhona koGodlwayo there was a time koGodlwayo rejected kakhulu and I was very painful like wow why would bang reject kanga I was like I man they don't owe me anything abangithembi
true
I mean how can someone come from MCT edageni emchecksaneni mina ngikhulekile umchecksana ngikhaga wemfethu and then namhlanje afike asitshela ngaba TV lo mfana ngathi udakiwe nami nginje ngatsho njalo if I was there kungomunye umuntu that's why I had to forgive them and say no these are my people I will push until bebona ukuthi kuyavuma
thank you
so I ended up not doing it for me you understand I ended up giving it more effort that's why there were times when I was like I'm record
I'm giving up
and then I end up in studio man
Lubizo lalela ngitshela into le
umbambo phathwa
mana ngimbambe into le yanjo iproblem ukuthi sina sicabanga ukuthi wena mina vele emsebenzini ngicona ngifuna ngona mina mele ngibe nilele endlini
njengobona nje
lokhu sengilitshela kadesi ababukeleyo labase studio
sweet vu
akubalekeki base manje sengithi vuma sengikhipha ama file sesikhipha ama file emangilasi into le yanjo if you go back to the Bible we find especially the Old Testament you'll understand how song if going into war there will be people that will be singing before the soldiers go into war let me tell you bro music why was the devil chased away from heaven he sang so beautiful even God was jealous music 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 no music bruh music you can't no it's music that's it
music is powerful
quote me and quote me guys the devil
but music is very powerful
nempi that's why
music calms you down music makes you violent music makes you
true
there's music for sex
even politics there's music for politics
Shofite singabantwana man
ngizama ukulibonisa phela the power of music
yazi usho
singabantwana
there's music
like
for
yazi usho ukuthi mighty sex usho ukuthi like male or female like there's music for men there's music for
or the gender
no uthi sivala uphathwani kahle
yeah
uJaycee la asisherele ama digital platforms akhe labantu abafisa ukubhuka labantu abafuna umamela music wakho benze njani lamazwi okugcina nje kubantu bakithi and whoever is watching ama podcast amahle ukuthi ukhulume uzwakala impela ukuthi hayi utholakala kanjani abafuna ukuzwa music wakho uthola ukuthi nama bookings
Okay. First of all bafethu ngibonge kakhulu i-podcast yabantu bafethu. Kakhulu ngibonge futhi abantu uyabona. Abathe ukuthi bangilalele bafethu. It's not because mina ngihlakaniphile noma nginjani. Isibusiso nje umusa wenkosi owenza ukuthi nani ningifake nithi mfana kangena yabo. Manje ngidinga ku Facebook bafethu ngiyatholakala nguJaycee Jaycee Rapaddict yabo. But to make it easy, most of the time, yakhona ukungithinta la WhatsApp, it's +27 083 482 6797, which is 083 482 6797. Ngecode ya +27. Yakhona ukungithola lapho. Ingoma zami zikhona ku internet bafethu, but I have 90% of the songs out of the internet. Yabo, for some reasons, you understand? Because ziningi yabo. And sometimes I also feel ukuthi ngithanda ukunikeza abantu ingoma yabo. So ungakhale kakhulu ukuthi kanti uthengisa kanjani umculo. Most of the time I feel ukuthi abantu think banike ngoba sometimes amanye ama platform amaningi ni download for free. So why mele ngufakele ku internet ukuthi you download for free when I can still give you for free.
Personal touch.
Guys, ngiyangithinta lapho ningidinge ku YouTube Jaycee Rapaddict. Ungayithi yangithola khona la bafethu for ama bookings liyambuka anyway bafethu yangibiza either it's a wedding or it's a small event mawufisa nje ukuthi ngibe khona uyangibuka kule ndawo ungesabi nje ngavailable uyakhuluma nami and then nami I'll refer you to the certain things okusifunakalayo and stuff then sesiyasebenza remember mele ngitravel bafethu so ningakhali mangisho ukuthi kufanele petrol but anyway sisonke I love you guys ngiyabonga kakhulu mwakho support yenu niyenze nakwabanye ningayenzi kimi kuphela mina sekuqedile kwami ngicela niyenze nakwabanye abazali aba serious thank you.
Wow, this has been one of the most weird, strange and beautiful episodes because Tole ukuba free open, we really dug into our inner selves and expressed who we are and why we do what we do. As a podcast yabantu, this is not a joke. This is not something that we just woke up and thought, let's just do a podcast yabantu. We don't have the views that we really wish we can have, but we continue doing it. If you can see our conversations behind the scenes, how even after getting 200 views, we go back and say, let's go back and do that. And one of the days we met with Kempro Studios, and one of the things that we said was, before anything else, we want to document our history. Before anything else, we want to have a platform where we communicate to our people as they communicate back to us. They correct us when we are wrong. We come here, we talk about things that we were not even prepared to talk about, like we did today. So we really want to appreciate you, my brother, for there is a man who's going to watch this episode and think, I didn't know I could cry. There is a man who's going to watch this episode and think, I thought I was weak when I felt this way. But you came here and you became the example of the society that we want to see. We all want good things and right things in our lives, but kunzima for us to open up and talk about what we want. We get caught up in what society wants us to do. We want to be cool, we want to trend, we want to be that. But at the end of the day, we want to be good fathers. We want to be the men that protects the society as God intended, be the protectors. And for us today as a podcast Yabantu in Iqembu Studios, we really want to appreciate you for coming, for sharing your story, because you never told us this story. We have a prep here that you sent us. We didn't even talk about it.
I never talk about it, bro.
Because this is your time, and this is time for people who are watching to get inspired. Right now, people are going to start asking questions and going back and wanting to listen to your songs. Someone's life is gonna be saved. So we really want to appreciate you. I think this is one of our best episodes. Not saying the other episodes we've had are not also good, but I think you allowed yourself to be vulnerable. This is not only for you. As an artist, it's not only song that touches people, but it is your story that you shared today that is going to make someone think, let me give this life thing another chance. You understand? So for that, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Mfowethu sayivala
usukhulumile isuqedile thina ukubonga kakhulu podcast amahle indlebe zenu olendlebe uzwile ngabantu bethu laba inkosi podcast yabantu
yes
kumele bephakamiswe yithi before umhlaba ubaphakamisa
yeah
so asiyeni kuma pages akhe
yeah
siye like sifollow subscribe
yeah
abavula imizli yakha phela njiva zakithi nakwezulu yakha asingayivende yasemizini lapha imizi ayivulwe manje ngokudala lokwana ukuthi hayi imizi lesiyakha lezitolo zethu esiziyakhayo nangama artist akithi before you consider abanye abangangale faka lo wangaya
invest in them
invest in them ukwenze labe khulume lathi ulimi esiluzwayo
yes
esikuzwayo ngoba laba they can relate we can relate to their stories
absolutely yeah
sayithethe
indawo danko hey
ikini ngoma ayixotshelwa ngayo
hayi nazo ngoma uJodo hayi cameras please uJodo
That's it, that's it.